Concept 2, finding the area of a circle. So just like our formula for circumference of a circle, our area is going to be a formula that we're basically just going to be plugging in values to. Unlike our circumference formula, there's just one formula for area, and we are using radius. Okay? So if you are ever given diameter, the first thing you have to do is divide that in half and then plug your radius in. Alright? So the formula for the area of a circle is area equals pi times r squared. Now notice that I'm squaring my radius, alright, but not my pi. Okay? Make sure that you're careful with that, and sometimes if you're doing this on a calculator, if you're not putting in those parentheses, it can actually mess you up, right? You can actually get to the point where you are multiplying those and then squaring them, and that's going to give you the wrong answer. Okay? A lot of times students get the formula for circumference and area mixed up. Alright? Try and remember, if you're looking for an area, okay, any area, you're going to have a square value. Okay? So I'm going to have inches squared or centimeters squared or something like that. Generally, like with a area of a rectangle or a square, I'm multiplying one side by another side. With the area of a circle, it's a little less clear that that's going on, but that's what this square is doing. Me squaring my radius is having that same effect. Alright, so let's do a couple. So I've got my radius of 10, and when I'm using a calculator for these ones, I try and just do it as two separate problems. Okay? What I do is I say, okay, I've got my radius of 10, I'm going to square that, it's 100, and then I'm going to multiply by, got my 100, and then I'm going to multiply by 3.14. Okay? And 314 square units, whatever they are, we'll say inches. Okay? That would be the area of my circle with 10 inches as its radius. Alright. Now, second one, we're not given radius, we're given diameter. So the first thing we have to do is divide by 2. So if the diameter equals 18, the radius should equal 9. And I'm going to take 9, square it, should be 81, and then multiply that by 3.14. Okay, and I get 254, disappearing, 0.34. 0.34 is my area. Okay, area. And remember, this is again going to be square. We'll say that this one was square centimeters. Okay. Another way to write that would be centimeters squared. Alright, but if you're writing it like this, make sure you're not getting confused and thinking that you have to square the value again. Alright, it's just squaring the units. It's just telling you that that's an area. Okay, and then the last one, this one we can probably or maybe be able to do in our heads. So 1 squared, so 1 times 1 is going to be 1, and 1 times 3.14 is going to be 3.14. So the area of a circle with radius of 1 is going to equal, the area is going to equal 3.14. Okay? Or we could even say the area is equal to pi square units. Okay? And this is actually a way that we can be super accurate, saying it's exactly pi. We can never tell you what pi is exactly, but we know that the area of a circle with a radius of 1 is exactly pi. Alright? Okay, let's do one more real quick, just because there's another way for us to write these sometimes. Let's say our diameter is 22. All right, and we want to find the area, but we want to find the area in terms of pi. In terms of pi. We want to leave it in terms of pi. What that means is I'm not going to approximate pi. I'm not going to have it as 3.14. I'm not going to have it as 22 over 7. I'm going to leave it in terms of pi. So my diameter is 22, and I'm going to get half that to find my radius. Right? Radius is going to equal 11. And then I'm going to plug that into my formula. Area is equal to radius squared, okay, times pi. 11 squared should be 121, if I remember right. 121. So I'm going to have my area be equal to 121 pi. Okay, or 121 times pi, and I'm going to leave it there. All right, I'm leaving it there because that's in terms of pi, and this is completely accurate. If they ask for the answer in terms of pi, that means they don't want you to approximate it with 3.14 or 22 over 7 or anything like that. Okay?